Hello, fourth grade. Today we're going to continue working with some larger numbers. So you need your place value chart, you need a pencil, maybe a highlighter, and your math book. So make sure you have all those materials ready to go. Okay, so let's start by remembering how to read large numbers. So looking at your place value chart will help. If you remember, we talked about this last week, that really you just have to read a 3-digit number and then name the period that 3-digit number falls in. So if we look at this first number that I've written, you can see that we're starting in the thousands period. Thousands period. I'm going to try that again. I'm trying to highlight. Thousands period. All right. How many thousands do we have? Well, we have 651 of them. So we say 651,000. And then we continue on. Part of my number got erased here. So I'm just going to put an 8 in the ones place. And so now we have 28 in the ones period. So we read 28, but when we get to the ones period, we don't actually read ones. We just read it as the 3-digit number. So let's go back to the beginning. 651,028. Easy as that. So let's try this one. Same idea. You start with the largest period, which happens to be thousands. We read how many there are. 665,188. So let's look at those two numbers side by side. So you can see the first number that we wrote, 651,028. And the second number was 665,188. My question to you is, which of these numbers is greater? Which is the larger number? So when we compare the size of numbers, we always start in the greatest place. So the greatest place that you can see the sixes happens to live in, and that would be the 100,000s place. Now, the first number has 600,000s. The second number also has 600,000s. So far we can't tell which one is greater because they have an equal number of thousands. So let's go on to the next place then. The next place would be 10,000s. So you can see the first number has 5 10,000s and the second number has 6 10,000s. So the one that has the more 10,000s is going to be the larger of the two numbers. So what we want to do right now is write what's called an inequality. I'm going to write that down for you. Inequality. And you might recognize that the root word here is equal, but the prefix of in means it's not equal. So when we have two numbers that we compare that are not equal, we use different symbols. One symbol is this one, and it's greater than. And the other is the opposite symbol that means less than. So now what we're going to do is we're going to write the inequality, putting the correct symbol between the two numbers. So we started with 651,028 and we compared it to 665,188. And we decided that this number, the second number, was greater because it had more 10,000s than the first number. Uh-oh, I lost my numbers. There it is. Okay, so that means this first number is less than the second number. So we would put the less than symbol there. All right, so now I'd like you to open your books to page 14, and we're going to do example 2 together. And you know, because you're watching a video, you can pause it at any time if you need more time to catch up. Okay, so it says in example 2 to use a number line to order, and the numbers you're going to order are 10,408, 10,000, I can't see it now, 10,433, and 10,416. And it wants us to order them from least to greatest. That means we're going to start with the smallest one and work our way up to the largest one. So you can see that the first number is already positioned on our number line. And the reason you know that is if you look at the numbers that are here, what are we counting by? Do you see how much each number increases by? Well, hopefully you can see that they're increasing by 10. And if you look at the spaces between the two numbers, there are 10 spaces. So each space is 1. So if we wanted to find, so we've already got 10,408 on our number line right here. Let's go to 10,433. Well, here is 10,430. So if we go 3 spaces up, that would take us to 10,433. And then we need to find 10,416. Well, I can see that here's 10,410 and 10,420. So 16 would fall between them. So I would think I would count up 6 spaces from here. And let's see, I think that's 5 right there, 6 right here. So 10,416. And so now you can see that the numbers are in order from least to greatest. This is least, this is more than that, and this is the greatest of all 3. All right, so if you go down to the share and show part of the page, it asks to compare 2 numbers and then to use an inequality symbol and a number line to help you. So let's practice reading this first number. And I want you to read it along with me. Here it is right here. It is 15,327. So let's find that on the number line. Again, this number line, the numbers are counting by tens, but the spaces are 1 each. So if we find the 10 that's below our number and the 10 that's above our number, we can find our number in between those two. So here's 13,300 or 15,320. Here's 15,330, and 15,327 would be in between, and it would be right about there. So we could write that as 15,327, and then we want 15,341. Here's 15,340, so just be slightly past that. And so now you can see that if the numbers go least to greatest from left to right, that 15,327 is less than 15,381. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is I want you to pause the video. I want you to do numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then come back and check your work. All right, so let's see how you did. So on number 2, you should have written a less than symbol. Number 3 is a greater than symbol. Number 4 is greater than, and number 5 is greater than. Now, I wonder how many people got fooled on number 6 because it says to order from greatest to least. That means we want to start with the largest number and work our way to the smallest number. So we should have written the 21,150 first, then 20,890, and then 20,650. All right, so your assignment now is to work on page 15 in your math book. And after you're done, I'd like for you to take a picture of your work and send it to me on Google Classroom, okay? And if that is, if you're not sure how to do that, then send me an email and I can help you out, okay? Good luck.